Welcome back to Black Mesa. If I can even call it that anymore. Last time, we finally reached the Lambda team and found out what their plan was. This time, welcome to the border world. Zen is right. I could sleep here. It looks so peaceful and tranquil, yet also maybe I wouldn't be able to sleep since the anxiety of being this close to the edge of nothingness is would be a bit too much for that. Zen was one of the most criticized parts of the original, and it is not at all hard to see why, and I totally agree. It was not finished. Rather than Valve actually finishing the endgame to their big ol' first debut game of 1998, they decided to spend more time programming roaches on the floor. Or at least that's, I think, what happened. The levels were all there, but they were very disconnected, very poorly made compared to the rest of the game. It was such a drop in quality, and such a shame, because it left kind of a bad impression by the end. There were still some good parts of it, but a whole lot more bad parts. When Black Mesa first released in 2012/2013, it ended right as you entered the portal to Zen, because Crowbar Collective had some big plans for the place, and you're seeing them right now. It took them 6 years since the official Steam release of Black Mesa, or the first early access Steam release of Black Mesa, to get this out. And now that it's finally here, I could safely say it's worth the wait. I say now that it's finally here, it released 4 years ago. Shh. Don't mind me being bad at commentating. So yeah, this is all brand new content that straight up is not in the original. Basically, the ideas of the original are there, but the original level design is scrapped entirely. This is all brand new stuff, and I am so excited to play it. This is one of the best video game experiences you can get nowadays, in my opinion. Just a quick reminder on how to use the long jump. It's very possible that people started playing Zen 6 years after they played Black Mesa, so they don't remember how to use it. That's why that tutorial is there. Got some barnacles and head crabs. Not too threatening of a beginning, but it's not supposed to be. I'll go over why that is more in a bit. Loot in Zen is gotten a little bit differently. It's more found in these big capsules containing a bunch of it at once. It isn't spread all over the place, because why the hell would it be? This is an alien dimension. Another aspect of loot is that there are no med kits, really. Well, there are med kits, but they're far rarer. Your main healing source is these pools that heal you back up to full for no cost. If only health insurance could be this good on Earth. You can jump over to this platform optionally. There's a single hound eye on it. Kinda feel bad for killing them, especially in their own habitat. They fit in so well here. You can pick up suit batteries off of these, I guess, dead fellow HEV suit users. There's also a barnacle just chilling here. When do you ever catch any prey? I guess you might catch one of the birds flying around. Those birds, man. They're so, happy and carefree, and they almost look like something you'd see underwater. I think that was kind of part of the design of Zen, was to, Stuff that you would see normally underwater, or that you would expect to see underwater, but without the water. Instead of water, you have nebulas and a crack around the sun. I love it. This place looks amazing. This is the best looking thing I have ever seen in a game. More accurately, it is my favorite looking thing I have seen in a game, but yeah. I used to think it was that one big sunny lake at the bottom of the Blackroot Burrows in Ori and the Blind Forest, and now this sits on top over that. It is so freaking good. Not only does it look peaceful, but it also looks eerie at exactly the same time, because you're seeing there is gravity here, yet there's all these floating islands situated above the abyss, the beautiful abyss, but still the abyss nonetheless. It doesn't make any sense, and that's the point. This is the only time hound eyes ever make that sound. Oh my god. Hi, guys. I like how they blur your screen with their attacks. That's something about them never really pointed out, just because I feel like they've rarely gotten their attacks off, but now they have. You'll notice that I have a different level of health and a different level of ammo coming in. That's because I redid the last part for the sake of not having an awkward cut at the very beginning after the opening animation of Zen was complete. You're welcome. Offer rump. I think one of my favorite touches in this new Zen are these little man-made things, because you can tell that scientists have been here. This is not all alien stuff. Look, Black Mesa Research Facility. Look at that. You can see traces of how far the scientists have explored within Zen. Now, you don't actually see anyone, but it's still really cool. This is like a little weather machine. Like, that's supposed to measure the wind, and the other stuff does something, I don't know. And I think I'd be remiss not to point this out. I mean, it's just chilling right there in the distance. Looks quite ominous. I guess they were right. I did know it when I saw it. Question is, how do we get there? That's what we're here to find out. Pull this lever, and it'll drag down that rock. I have no idea what kind of substance is inside these rocks that cause them to float, but it's friggin' cool. I can't give them too much flack for not being realistic enough. This is an alien dimension where the rules don't play by our own. Or, they mostly do, but that's a weird thing. This place mostly plays by Earth's rules, but clearly has its own set of other rules. It's so cool. Anyway, I tried going down here in one of my previous playthroughs. There's nothing there. It's a death pit. Don't do it. This takes you back over there. I don't know why you would do that. And yeah, all these plants, it's like I said, these plants, especially those ones, this looks like coral or other aquatic plant life, just without the water. And that makes sense, because I mean, in the real world, we know less about the ocean than we do about space, so naturally, the oceanic plants and stuff would be seen as kind of alien to us, even though it's not alien. Just a reminder, you press shift to sprint. Not like you've been doing that the whole game or anything. Kind of weird. The way these rocks sink down when you stand on them, they don't actually fall down into the void, but the fact that they do, like, sink down under your weight, it's so creepy, but so awesome. For the next hour, you are going to hear me non-stop gush about this place. This is really freaking cool. Heavy-duty polythene tarpaulin, and something that came from the United Kingdom, apparently. Or whatever that symbol is. There's no words in the middle. I'm not quite sure what that means. Well, this does not look human-made. Neither does this. But the portals are the same. Interesting. We came from over there. Teleported quite a long distance. Speaking of not human-made, that definitely isn't human-made. This is an enemy that's kind of weird. It's more like a hazard. I think just... Oh, apparently 2 magnum shots kill it. Never mind. In the original game, though, they were a lot more hardy, but here they are a lot more squishy. You just 1 crossbow shot takes them out, and only a few rounds from the MP5 will do. New to Black Mesa are these crystals that regenerate your suit energy. Pretty cool. They also keep looping the same sound forever, apparently. They aren't supposed to, but that one did. Go forward here. Oh my god, those hound eyes scared off those birds. That's actually a nice touch. I didn't notice that. Hello. You're an empty container or something. Probably a test container. Oh, you're empty because you're broken and whatever was inside you escaped. It's probably the weird-looking, like, potato thing that Alex Vance brought in Half-Life 2. So you can jump out to these platforms, which I didn't know about until my previous playthrough. Is this rock? Yeah, this rock is floating there. I'd call that a graphical bug, but no. If these were graphical bugs, this would be the buggiest place in the game, and we would all be saying, hey, how could the developers miss such an obvious mistake? Back there at the start of Zen, almost forgot to say, there is actually a way to the, a way off from the little cliff that you start on that doesn't involve going around the back like I did. You can jump off of those rocks to the side. I'll show a clip of me vaguely having them in my camera view to show them. Just a word of warning, you get an achievement for doing things that way, but not all of those rocks have collision, so be careful. Some head crabs burrow out from under the ground here, and this is how you're supposed to get over here. Because in every previous playthrough, I just long jumped from there, which you can totally do, but yeah, that's how you're supposed to get over here. If you have carried either the purple hat or the pizza from Black Mesa in here, you will now find them here. And you must now take them through the remainder of the game. How much is left? A lot. If you're used to original Zen, you'll be surprised to hear that, because original Zen only lasted around half an hour. This Zen, it's a bit different. So now we go inside of a cave. Kind of similar to the start of this level in the original, but very, very different because this is not at all the same cave. Got loads of barnacles, got an ichthyosaur down there. Look at how clear that water is. Actually, clean water, unlike Earth. I swear, every single pool of water on Earth was disgusting. Lower this and jump across. I guess everyone was required to have long jump modules here. Makes sense, this is a floating island dimension. Like the Ether in Minecraft, or the Aether, however that's pronounced. God, I remember thinking that the Aether was actually a part of the base vanilla Minecraft, and being very disappointed to find out that it was just a mod. And then I think I remember my sister, one of my sisters, thinking that the Nether was also a mod. Thankfully, no. That was a base feature. Alright, let's long jump over here to this optional place. Hello, headcrab, I got just the thing for you. It didn't even see me coming, I kind of feel bad. Hello, you are a supply crate with a crossbow that I didn't exactly need, but I'll use it, why not? We got nothing but some barnacles in here. Here's a little, like, examination net. I don't know exactly what these would be called, but yeah, it was used to examine things. These glowing orange crystals, all this plant life. Some of this plant life was foreshadowed back in Questionable Ethics, especially the little, like, living guys that furl up when you get close and go dark. Those were seen on a whiteboard in Questionable Ethics way back then. There was also that one room filled with all sorts of Zen flora, and I guess also fauna, because that room was filled with head crabs, and yeah, it was just a big old foreshadow to this place, and I love it. Not to mention, you know, the very beginning of the game during the Resonance Cascade. By the way, when Zen was officially completed and released in 2019, they finally added that moment where you get teleported into the cave with the bull squids. That was missing in past versions of Black Mesa. You only had the moment with the Vortigons instead. Welcome to one of my favorite parts of New Zen. I don't know exactly what this is called, but either way, in order to get inside, you need to plug in. This little power cell here connects to the door and provides a power, allowing you to open it. Kind of a bad safety feature, but hey, this was built by Black Mesa scientists. What did I expect? Welcome. There's the Black Mesa logo. Oh, please wipe your feet. Man, I guess this place is really dirty. The developers officially call this the polytunnels in their documentary on the NoClip channel, but this whiteboard calls it the 1A Biolab, so I think I'm just gonna call it the Biolab. It gets kind of confused with the Biodome, but still. Speaking of the Biodome, here's Dr. Horn. I guess he made it all the way to Zen, and some glow sticks. Cool. I guess the reactor complex is the only way that you can open a portal to Zen, which is why you have to go there in order to get here. That would make sense. Look at these, like, camping lanterns. Supply crates. This place is so freaking cool. It reminds me a lot of The Martian, which is my favorite book, by the way. You know, the hab with all the setups and lab equipment and things. And say hello to a new type of zombie, HEV suited zombie. The strongest by far, has the most health. I believe headshots are the only way to hurt them, or maybe you can attack the rest of the body, it just doesn't deal nearly as much damage. That's all they are. I'll let you listen to them in a bit because they do make some eerie noises. Oh wow, people died trying to reach these. We also have some regular old head crabs, a supply crate with shotgun shells, hello, and some head crab zombies. There was not a single head crab zombie in the entirety of Zen in the original, so I'm more than happy to see them here. I mean, it kind of makes sense. There aren't a whole lot of people in Zen. At least there were at one point. Now no longer the case. Here we have a list of supplies. Site 4-1A. So this is this lab, so this is all the supplies they had. Light bulbs, comms, base stations. Does it say pizza anywhere on here? Of course it does. Mine, Dr. Horn. Of course it does. So they had like routine supply drops and all that. Tram 1, geosurvey. I'm sorry, throughout this whole area, I'm going to be absorbing the details because it is amazing. This is questionable ethics on steroids. You can hear that the HEV suit has absolutely no idea what to think about what has happened to the person inside of it. It's trying its best, but it cannot comprehend. That is so cool. Really makes you wonder what exactly goes on when you get zombified by a head grab. And it makes them all the scarier, even though they're pretty weak as enemies. What they do to you if they kill you is pretty scary. Specimen 00389. It's a crystal of some kind. Appears manufactured as a form of naturally occurring battery. Oh, hello. Gonna take you out first. And then we'll look at this other stuff. How did I miss that first? This is a shotgun. This is a close-range weapon. Whatever. Seems related to odd xenobiological plug often found in proximity. Such as this one. And you have an arrow pointing to it. Receptacle looking plug socket. I'm not going to read all of this, but I will show all of it so that maybe you can pause and try to decipher it, because honestly, I don't know. That handwriting's kind of hard to read. These are doctors, after all. Got more math here. Very cool math. Probably some calculus. Probably some other stuff. Spin states require higher quality dielectric medium. Contact Dr. Stone in Sector C. Is that anomalous materials, or is that something else? Could be. I think I also heard a Dr. Stone mentioned on the intercoms sometimes. We got a little computer here with the usual Black Mesa screensaver that I guess they have pre-installed on everyone's system. Experience? No, that's the one thing that I can understand out of all this. Aside from that, it looks like just a bunch of formulae. Wow, holy crap. X divided by all this crap. Constrict each push sends base from weed samples? Yeah, I guess so. Full color, current, higher resolutions. The last whiteboard before we move on is this. No idea what this is. Looks like some big old telescope they were using. Samples to be acquired from Sector C. Classify level 8. Dr. Horn. Looks kind of like that Tau cannon. Also got some 3D quantum physics or something there. Hey, cosine, I know that. Cosine of theta. I know that, at least. Got another zombie banging on this door, but this door's locked because someone didn't think about maybe, I don't know, being trapped in there like that zombie. Maybe it's a good thing since it's a zombie. You can see how this thing is powering multiple different things. It's powering this radio that plays static, that TV that plays static. There are no channels in Zen, why would there be? Fan and a computer. Really makes you wonder, how differently would technology act in like a different dimension such as this? If there are different dimensions. This power cell's out of power, so instead, we use the natural power cell. That orange crystal basically acts as an unlimited energy source. Or maybe not truly unlimited, but it's enough. Hazardous waste, there's tons of barrels in here. Oh, hello. Yeah, so you can clearly see something unfortunate happened, and now all the scientists in here have died due to head crabs or other aliens. Could be either like a mistake, just let the alien slip in, or it could be malevolent forces at play. We don't know. There's yet another whiteboard, more equations, more cool things, more cool stuff that they absolutely did not need to make, but they did, and it's amazing for it, as well as a bloodstain, you know, comforting. Hello, you look kind of familiar. Exoskeletal shell. No idea how I read that as exo something smell in a previous playthrough. Extreme danger. Well, let's hope not to run into this thing. Where are its eyes? Some kind of sack? Big Mama. I totally forgot about this. And someone here was really proud of their drawing, so they had to touch it, the whiteboard that has it before they died. Leave my pizzas alone, Dr. Stone. Or something. Was that written by Dr. Horn? Codename Gonarch. It's a fitting name. Looks like it has a giant gonad, so I guess Gonarch. Maybe that's where that comes from. Compressed cyanogen chloride, just like the thing back in Questionable Ethics. Yet another foreshadowing thing, I guess. Oh, look at that. There's a little waste bucket for the sink and a pipe that takes it somewhere. Oh my god, these details are so good. They're so good, guys. I can't handle it. This is too good. Where did this come from? I guess they discovered this and someone tried to take a swim, and then realized that they couldn't. Sorry, bud. Down here. Another locked door. And you. Fatal system failure. System status, main power offline. Fatal failure in coolant system. Breach detected. Core lockdown protocols. Auxiliary power procedure. Can be restored by connecting a compliant portable power cell unit to jacks 1 and 2 below. Contact administration immediately. What administration? We can plug that in, but it's... Okay. Not sure it's gonna supply power doing that, but we need to go over here. You are missing something. Missing something that's being observed over here. Sorry to ruin your experiments, guys, but I think we need this. And it shows right there, it powers on the campsite lantern. Oh, I love it. Turn that on, and boom, it's powered, mostly. It's powered enough. Auxiliary power. Jack 1, 99%, Jack 2, not connected, as you can see. The plug is in there, but there's no wire. High voltage, keep away. I've got a suit on, I'll be fine. Now we can open the doors, and now it's all lit up in here. Reminiscent of Power Up. And now this zombie is out and about. As you can see, it has the flashlight of the HEV suit turned on. That's what the flashlight in the HEV suit looks like. Pretty cool. You never really get to see Gordon Freeman in the third person, so you never get to look like that. I think you could go into first person in the original game with cheats. Or third person, I mean. Did I say first person? I don't know. Let's leave. Good thing that there's a fully powered power cell in here. I'd be trapped here. See, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza had the right idea. Open these freaking doors after the place shuts down. Unless you're being chased by an animatronic bear on the regular, then maybe not. Ewalkalem. Yep, that's what that means. That means goodbye in pig Latin or something. That's the end of that beautiful section. On to another, even more beautiful section. Got a little laptop out here by Dalsis. And a coffee maker. I just imagine, oh, and all this stuff is propped up on boxes. It's really cool. I'm just imagining some scientists out here making their morning coffee in the middle of the alien dimension, you know. They're just so used to things here. And there's all these blue lights to help guide you. Healing pool, and the Eye of Sauron over there. Looking cute as always, I think. Hey, excuse me, let me go. Out here is our introduction of explosive barrels. They kind of look the part. I like to call them, I'm gonna call them hardcore fly traps. Because, like, when a fly gets near, they just explode. They can't just eat the fly. They need to make sure the fly no longer exists. Put you and you, as we have done before, and then it powers this up, and then we want to move the plug to you, which will send power all the way down there to that door. The green light's on. There's some C4 here. If only I had any use for C4 at all. Hi. Not sure what you're supposed to be. I guess it's just supposed to be a camera looking around at the environment, or some kind of scanner that scans all the materials, the minerals, and then the environment around it. Would make sense. On this door, we have bite crabs. Sorry, they're not head crabs. I've been lying to you the whole time. Sonic the Bulldog, Mr. Burns, and Spit Squid. There's apparently a lot of Mr. Burns, though I don't recall seeing any. You guys missed out on an opportunity to call it Super Sonic the Bulldog. Come on now. is the best thing to ever come out of the Half-Life series. I couldn't believe what I was seeing playing through this the first time. This is some Half-Life 3 level stuff. And it's in a remake of the first game. I will admit, it does feel really wrong killing all these things in their natural habitat. Like, they were teleported to Black Mesa, why am I being so aggressive against them? But they are trying to kill me, so I think it's fair game. Our weapon and orange HUD no longer fits in here, and that's the point. Now we are the alien in their worlds. Such a clever role reversal, and shown entirely through difference in visuals. I actually don't think there was any need. No, there was not any need to kill those bull squids. Those lily pads only stay on the surface for a little while. Hello, do you have more? Yes, you do have more magnum ammo. You also have more bull squids. I'll admit the bull squid spit doesn't fit in nearly as well here. I'll just admit a lot of things that go against the beauty of this place, but holy crap, the beauty of this place. Take a listen to the wildlife for a while. The composer and sound designer Joel Nielsen did say that he distorted real-world animal noises to make the alien ones that you hear, and I think it works great. Boom, kill you. I guess you were an HEV suit guy exploring this environment and you got caught by these head crabs. It is weird to think that, like, head crabs so rarely find victims to become a host body of, so, like, I wonder how they are able to reproduce this frequently, it would seem. Give me that 1 point of suit energy. Hey, recite the entire Declaration of Independence. 3, 2, 1, you failed. There was another zombie coming up back behind me. I had to get that over with quick. Where's that blood coming from? All right, anyway. Onward we go. Man, even these caves look so cool. Look at all these roots. What is this, the Erd tree? And maybe. And the deep root depths are also really freaking cool, but that's not the game we're playing. Say hello to this thing! A red glob of corruption, I guess. Break it, and these plants are now allowed to grow and form a bridge. Coolest way to unlock a new pathway, period. And I also need to bring attention to these things. You can walk between them, you don't need to jump between them, but they look so cool, and they can support our weight. Barely. They have holes in the side of them as well. It goes to show how strong those things are. Oh, and this tree here. I am never going to stop gushing about the visuals of this place. I hope you all are okay with me gushing about the visuals of this place. The healing pools don't always heal you at exactly the same rate, that they have a wildly different healing rate for each one. It's kind of weird. Bye! Have fun down there in the void! Now we gotta make a jump across then. That is honestly scary. Like I said, this place is so tranquil, but also so terrifying. If only because of that giant abyss that you can fall into and never to be seen again. Like, with Earth, at least you'll hit something, even if you fall in the ocean. But here, though, are you going to hit anything on your way down? Hello, little guy. I don't know if you're able to kill them. You're able to kill these things. Don't do that. These things are nice, and they are so cute. Hello. Hello, little blob. Little blob of... It's like a giant cell. It really is like a giant animal cell, and they're so curious about me. They're like, hello, who are you? Oh my god, I love them. They're adorable and amazing. Uh-oh. Got those birds fly back to the sky. The birds look so good. Oh, hello. New enemy and a new type of houndai. I don't know what their official name is. I call them, houndai bombers. I also call them kamikaze houndai sometimes, but I think houndai bombers is like the least, I don't know, least bad name for them. They run at you and in an attempt to blow you up. You know, killing themselves in the process. Not sure why the Houndais decided to evolve themselves to be like that, but that's what they chose, and I can't call an animal wrong for evolving to be a certain way. That would just go against nature in general. These are Zen trees. They are little more than a level hazard. Oh god, we got some regular Houndais now. They're a little more than a level hazard, but they will smack you as they go by. They were in the original as well, but they were, because Zen was so short, they were rarely ever used. So they get a lot more of a use here, and I really like that. Got something purple in that tree over there. I wonder what. Maybe some kind of vine or some kind of weed growing in the tree. That would be cool. Hound dive bombers can be taken out easily from a distance using the MP5, perhaps even the pistol. They just die in one shot from anything. But of course, if they explode too close to you, then they damage you. Not by very much, though. Every time I've taken damage from them, I've barely taken any. So, don't worry about it. Got a little station observing one of these orange flowers, and got a plug for you, although no crystal. I guess we'll just complete the plug at least. Look at this little bush sticking up straight. And look at this place. Oh, there's a lot more, though, so I guess those are flowers. They look kind of weird. They're just kind of attached to the tree. Hello? Thought I heard a duck for a second. An alien duck. Oh, God. I need to not shoot these guys. Okay, good. We're good. Turns blue, and that means that it's opened up the platform for us to go through. I love how those flowers open up on the sides. It's so cool. It's so pretty. So if you're looking at this and thinking, wow, very Ori and the Blind Forest, right? Or very Ori, I guess, because there's 2 games. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's the first thing I went to as well. It's Ori, except we have guns. If Ori wore an HEV suit and wielded a machine gun. That would be amazing. Maybe wielded the spirit arc with whatever shard that is that lets you shoot it faster. Boom. I do personally prefer it to the visuals of Ori. The visuals of Ori are amazing, though. Like, it's like I said, I literally just said before that the sunny lake at the bottom of Blackroot Burrows in Ori and the Blind Forest was my favorite looking thing in any game I have ever seen, but this replaces it, just because, like, I don't know. I like the idea that it made just to look beautiful as an alien world, and I especially like it in comparison to the original game, where, the original game went more for like a spooky alien world vibe than this one. This teleporter we have unlocked takes you over here. Now, off over there is the Eye of Sauron hidden behind the cliff, but also a floating platform out of bounds that you cannot see without cheats. On it is a recreation of one of the Mars rovers, interestingly. I'm guessing it was a planned asset for Zen. You were intended to see it at some point within Zen, but they decided that, like, if the actual people are here in Zen, why would they need to make a rover? Which, yeah, it makes sense. The reason we make rovers for Mars is because we can't go there. Oh, you can just barely see. Yeah, it's on that platform. I'll show a picture of it, though. We can bounce away from it. But yeah, eventually they decided not to use it and just hit it out of bounds. Or someone on Crowbar Collective was a big fan of Mars rovers and just decided to model one for the heck of it and wanted to use it in the game somewhere. I don't feel like killing the Zen tree. We don't have to kill all these animals. Let's just let this nature thrive here. Except for you guys, because you were in my way. Climb across the big branches. The branch ultimately dead ends, but do you see that? Those collapsed fall leaves? Shoot you, and it opens. We can go. Okay. For a second I was like, wait a minute. you're not gonna stay closed, are you? It's a different looking version of that plant. I like it. Oh, look at this. Look at all the mushrooms in here. It's like Lycan's ultimate form. Lycan is actually able to prosper in Zen, unlike Earth, where the animals keep stepping on it. Another bounce pad? I wonder, is that just a normal thing in Zen, or were those built by something? Welcome to what I like to call the Great Deku Tree part. I really like this part a lot. I'll let you listen to the wildlife when we get out in the open. Well, for now, let's grab this ammo. Let's kill you. I love the flatlining sound as they die. Nice extra detail, because that happens every time you die. Have a listen. It reminds me a lot of a conservatory or just some big, like, room filled with plants and other stuff, like a tropical area of a zoo or something. See how close that Hound Eye Bomber was to me and I didn't take damage? I like to go down here first. There's just a load of Hound Eye Bombers and not much more, but they are enemies and I would like to kill them as they are enemies. There's a... Since when was that there? Wait a minute. Oh my god, there's a Zen tree here! I had no idea! Zen tree makes it sound like I'm saying sentry, but for Zen, the Zen tree. I wonder if that was actually a part of it, or if it was just, hey, it's a tree thing that's in Zen. Actually, I think there's other trees in Zen in the original, so maybe that was meant to be a pun. I don't know. Hard to say. This place is very inconsistent with frame rate, so I hope you won't mind. Oh my god, it's very inconsistent with frame rate. Yeah, well, it is very highly detailed. It is pushing Source Engine to its absolute limits, so it is not hard to see why. So in this part... Okay, man, it did only that much damage. Y'all gotta step your game up. So as you can see, we have a big door of leaves we need to get through, and there are 3 different paths that split off that open it. Let's start with you. What's down door number 1? I wonder what that is. It's clearly a bud of some kind of flower that's gonna open. Oh, it's probably the flowers that open up next to the big leaf doors when they finish. Oh, okay, it's this place. Interesting. I didn't expect this to be our first stop. Other property of the long jump module that isn't formally introduced, but we are definitely seeing it in action now. Landing jets. To put it simply, no fall damage. Awesome. Yeah, that's all landing jets do. They just remove fall damage, but I am all for that. Believe you me. That sun or whatever that is, that star, that bright thing, looks so freaking cool. Down we go into these nests of snarks. Now take off running as soon as we land. Up the path we... Oh, hey, wait a minute. Up the path we go. Long jump across, and boom. Think they all died from that? No, they didn't. It's fine. They can't follow me up here, because I'm better than them. Here's a room full of barnacles. I should have saved my "this is a load of barnacles" joke for this place. That would have been amazing. There's a bunch of places I should have saved my "this is a load of barnacles" joke for. It's just a very widely applicable joke in the Half-Life games, because barnacles are kind of a common enemy. Hello. Although, to me, they're kind of more of a hazard than an enemy, but hey, what can you do? Call them an enemy. That's what you can do. You know, call them enemies. Call them what they are, which is enemies. Kind of hard to tell which ones are alive and which ones are dead, as you can see, because the ones with dead have their tongues reeled back in and have, you know, their entire second bit of flesh out in the open, but still hard to tell. Oh my god, okay. Time to make the way back up to the top of this room and jump into you, die. Thank you. And get fucked. Oh, you know what, actually, I'm gonna take this. This is helpful. If I can push forwards. Bam! Hey! Using the barnacle to my advantage. The barnacle helped their own enemy. They're such a rockin' dude. And now my Chugga-Conroy conversion process is almost complete. But probably about like 50%. There we go. Let's get to 20. This one doesn't heal very fast. Not sure why. I guess because it's... the cost of healing is your time. Yeah, in a weird way, those healing pools are a bit easier than the healing chargers back in Black Mesa, because the healing chargers were finite in how much they could heal you. Well, these ones aren't. I swear this was on a different path before in one of my previous playthroughs. Oh, whatever. This next area, drop down, grab your batteries as we go, and... Who the hell set this up? Okay, this is the one weird part of Zen. I have no idea how all these strip mines got here. Like, was it some scientist that thought it would be funny? Like, hey, while we explore this place with all these ultimate fly traps, let me just put up a bunch of trip mines here. Yeah, this is a good idea. Although I don't see any other traces of scientists around here, so really, where do these trip mines come from? Maybe they're natural Zen trip mines that grew out of the wall. They managed to mimic us really, really well or something. Thanks, head crab. That was real nice of you. I saw that coming the instant it leaped at me. Very nice spot to reload while that guy's being jibbed by our own weight. Okay, maybe... hold... What the hell was that? I was, like, stuck in the corner. That was weird. Maybe I can see the head crab coming ahead of time. Ahead of time, get it? Where's the head crab? Oh, there it is. It's coming over the edge, I think. No? Is it? You, die. Now. You, die. As well. Yeah, not quite as threatening as the ones in the surface tension area, I guess, but still, watch out for them. Oh, I thought the red light turned off. Something to know about trip mines is, I think even if you place one on a wall, move really far away, and then hit the laser, they do still hit you. I guess the idea is that the trip mine shoots something out at you, like a bullet, in addition to exploding, maybe. Other than that, it's probably just game design so that, you know, you trigger a trip mine, you should probably get hurt for it. Hey guys, I'm gonna go past, you know, I've blown up packs of you all in the past when you were sleeping in Black Mesa, but now that we're in their home, I would feel wrong doing the same thing here. So let's throw up and catch the crowbar, even though we're supposed to be silent right now. Gordon Freeman being all cocky here. Break this, that is number 2 down. If you take any damage in these sections, you can heal back to the healing pool here. I phased right through that leaf, and now the final one, right over this way. Let's go on in to area number 3. It's a nice open area with a couple of HEV suit zombies being pelted by a bull squid. It kind of takes forever for the bull squid to kill them. I guess its projectiles just don't deal that much damage, so I'm gonna help the bull squid along. Boom, and boom. It's dead. Oh, I think that's what the bud on the wall I was looking at before grows into. Very, very cool. Hi, where am I going? Oh, we're here, okay. Later on in the game, those bounce pads just start, like, bouncing you along predetermined paths. You don't actually have to land at the top, because the bounce pads will just take you there automatically. But right now, we kind of do have to, you know, maneuver around to make sure we land in the right spot. There's lots of bull squids here. I guess this is their home? This green slime they leave behind doesn't look that great with Zen's environments. I think I would have preferred if they just turned it off somehow, if there is a way to turn it off. I just jumped right past that projectile. Did you see that? That was amazing. Hi, hello. Looks like a comfy chair. It's like a beanbag chair. That'd be awesome. Blam. There goes you. There it goes. Well, wait a minute. Thank goodness for landing jets. Let's get out of here. Back up to the top. Nope, excuse me. Man, this really is the Great Deku Tree in Korok Forest because the frame rate really sucks here. No. I think the lower frame rate is mainly because I'm recording. I have had better performance in this place in past playthroughs. It's just kind of inconsistent, and I'm okay with that, you know? As I said, I do have a lot of the settings on their highest setting. Well, this is terrifying. But you know what's not terrifying? This new environment. It's like a river area, a rocky little shoreline. I absolutely love the fact that all the different environments you go through now. Because in the original, it was mostly just one environment that was, ooh, creepy alien place. That was about it. I mean, there were 2 very, very different distinct environments, but basic rocky platform with a little bit of vegetation, and then, well, you'll see later. Here, though, you start in that open, rocky beginning with the blues and purples, and then you go into the swamp, or actually, you go into the cave, which then goes into the Biolab, but then the swamp, and then that Great Deku Tree forest place, and now this river area, or a canyon even, a gorge of some kind? Guess you could say it's gorgeous! Is that where the word gorgeous actually comes from? I would not be surprised. Is that like rainbows coming off of that thing? I don't know if it is. Might just be a trick of the eyes. New enemies, sort of. Alpha Houndeye. They are the same as a regular Houndeye, but they have a little bit more health. And I guess they move faster, and they might deal more damage, but to be honest, I have rarely ever been hit by them because they are kinda not that strong. Something really cool about this new Zen that I want to bring attention to. The Houndeye Bombers and the Alpha Houndeyes were not enemies in the original. These trees were, but those 2 I just mentioned were not. And that's really cool. Crowbar Collector decided to take this opportunity to add a couple of new enemies to Black Mesa to spice things up, and I like it. Although, I don't think they're the craziest enemies I've ever seen or anything, but they're cool. I swear I was out of the range. I long jumped away. How did I still take damage? Oh, who cares about little things like that? I'm still really good on health, and look at this freaking place. So you're seeing, yes, this part is a lot more mellow. It's a lot easier than what came before. Lambda Core was like this big, ultimate, intense battle against all these Vortigons, and especially the final part of Lambda Core was that. It looks a lot more ominous from this lighting. I hope you don't mind me taking your battery. You steal a lot of things off of dead people in this game, but then again, you do the same thing in Dark Souls, so, and clearly Dark Souls is the, you know, what every video game is compared to, so it's okay. Like these little caves, though not much could fit in there. Oh, we got more Hound Ice coming at us. But I really like that it slows down, because as you can see, we are in a brand new environment. I didn't even need to say that, that was quite obvious, so it's good to let the player acclimate. And on top of that, Chugga Conroy said in his playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy 2 that I think it is a good thing that there's like a calm before the storm. A calmer, more like mellow, more easy level before the end of the game. And that's exactly what this is in Black Mesa. Because in Mario Galaxy 2 you have Slimy Spring Galaxy in the final world, which is this really like slow and peaceful swim through an underwater cave. And this is a very slow and peaceful walk through one of the best environments I've seen in all of gaming. Oh my god, you can see the tree you just left from here. That is so cool. This is a huge map, by the way. It's still been going on. There hasn't been a loading screen since we left the tree. There will be one soon, but like, yeah, the map's gotten much bigger with Zen, so that's another reason for the performance dips, I think. We're full on suit energy, don't need that. I'm gonna leave the barnacles alive, but the Hound Eyes are actively attacking us, since, you know, we've been killing them. They have all the reason in the world to do so. Hello. Little flock of birds there. I think those guys are called Boids, in the original at least. Oh, an ichthyosaur ate one of them, oh my god. The cruelty of nature indeed. It goes to show those lily pads do not stay on the surface for very long. How about an interesting switch here? Definitely does not look human-made. It activates something over there. Let's go check it out. There are two ichthyosaurs in here. If we fall, we will be attacked by them, so let's not do that. We'll get to the end here. We'll kill you. And we'll go behind the waterfall here, which is far less dense now that we're on the other side of it, interestingly. Got two things powering this portal, man. This one's special. While I go through this part, I kind of want to tell you about something interesting. While we're talking about, like, peaceful things in Half-Life games, I want to tell you about something, a little anecdote, if that's the right word, I have from Half-Life 2. I plan on eventually doing another playthrough of Half-Life 2, but not yet. I have too many repeat playthroughs planned that I don't think I should do it yet. I'm gonna take out the bomber behind you. That one got confused. I guess it's the runt of the litter. And then that one's even further behind than it. It was going based off of the signals of that guy ahead of it. In Half-Life 2, in the second level, Water Hazard, the section with the airboat, there is this small section you stop at where you can go off to this corner with a bunch of head crabs for some loot. And in this area, there's a bell playing. I'll play it for you here. This bell, when I first discovered it, I found really peaceful, really cool, and I loved it a lot. It was a great little atmospheric touch. How are you floating out of that? Don't look at it too hard. However, the sound of that bell would eventually grow to be less calming, and I'll tell you why. Back when I first played Half-Life 2, around the time that I first got into the Half-Life games, I was in my first year of high school, and let's just say my first 2 years of high school, especially, did not go great. I procrastinated like nobody ever should, and I fell behind on so many things, and the end of the year especially was absolute hell, and I never want to live through that again. That was a rough time. It's all my fault, of course. I don't blame anything but me for it. It was my fault for falling that far behind, but when I had all that stuff built up, I had this feeling of, like, I don't want to work on this, because it's gonna take me forever. So instead, why don't I ignore it and play Half-Life 2 instead? Well, you know, when I had, like, 2 weeks left in the year and I still had a bunch of crap I hadn't gotten done yet, and if I ended this year without getting them done, that would be a huge stain on my record. But, you know, me being a stupid idiot, decided to ignore all that and play Half-Life 2 a couple of times. And every time I would play, I would get to Water Hazard, I would stop in that corner because I always do. Nice little whirlpool there, I like it. I would hear the sound of that bell, and then be reminded of all the crap I still had left to do, and that, you know, this bell sounds really peaceful. I'd like to be at peace right now, but I can't be at peace. I shouldn't be at peace right now. Because it's almost the end of the year and I still don't have any of this big stuff started, let alone finished. And yeah, in that way, the sound kinda lost all of its calming side for me. Nowadays, it's back to being fully 100% calm because I have been doing so much better since then. I'm in a much better place since then. I think it was around the middle of my second year of high school that I actually started doing commentated videos on this channel, so that'll give you like a nice time frame for that. Almost forgot to introduce these things. That thing just ate something over there. I don't know exactly what it was, but these things are underwater barnacles. They grab you, they disguise themselves as a flower, only to lure you in, grab you, and drag you down underwater. An amazing enemy concept, and I absolutely love it. Easily my favorite of the new enemies introduced. I like to call these things barnacles, with a G, you know, because stalactites, stalagmites, C for ceiling, G for ground. Hi. Good to know that you always got your eye on me. Another flock of boids up ahead. Oh, these lily pads, they look so cool. Not you, you don't look cool. I'm kidding, you kind of do. It looks like they have something like the WoW from Soma on them, even though that's probably just plants. It's probably just Zen plants. Once again, these things will fall under the surface, so get through it quickly. There we go. Some barnacles there. I'll leave them alive. This is their home. They don't deserve to die. Let's ignore the fact that I killed a bunch of barnacles in the previous area. Is this your home? Well, even if it was, I killed you because you tried to kill me. Fair's fair. Fair's fair when it comes to nature. Mostly. Wonder what all this stuff is. Thrown on the walls here. It looks like glow lichen or something. Hello. To both that thing and this supply crate that just got teleported in. There were supply crates hanging around the Lambda complex in Lambda Core. Oh, hello, guys. Some hound eyes and some bull squids are facing off there. It's really funny. And so the scientists are using whatever abilities they have to teleport in some supplies for us. So we're not completely alone here. We got support back at home. And they've even left a note on the ceiling. This is one of the only two that have notes, that have messages. Let's read it. If we can, there we go. Really wish you could rotate things, but hey, it's Source Engine. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Marie Curie. Meh, philosophical crap, get out of here. I understand that quote, but also, fear is kind of how we survive in the wild, and I'm currently on a struggle for survival right now, so I think I'd rather keep doing that. As beautiful as this place is, it is also very, very dangerous, as you have seen. Like, a lot of the wildlife wants to hurt us. Hello, stalactites. Almost called just stalagmites for a second. Hopefully none of you will detach from the ceiling and kill me. Got some ultimate fly traps down here underwater. There are usually no explosive barrels underwater, so that's a first. After you blow them up, you spawn into ichthyosaurs, so let's take care of them. And that's you dead, and that's you dead. Typically just trying to strafe around them like this, you can avoid their attacks, but if you ever get in front of them for like a little while, they start their attack animations, and then I guess that means that they're able to hit you even if you move, no matter how far away you move from that point on. Really weird. Got a lot of barnacles here, but here's something funny. They're under the water, so you could just swim over them. Ultimate fly traps that destroy those barnacles. Yes, barnacles up there. They're not barnacles. But these are barnacles. Oh my god, stay on the surface. And I think we can shoot down to those things from above. We can at least shoot down into the water even if we can't shoot the MP5 down in the water. Or while we're in the water, there we go. Usually I take damage in that room, but now I don't. I have no need of you. Screw you. Wait until this game actually starts to get challenging again. Hello, music. Beautiful piece. Had to let you listen to it without the without it being ruined by all the gunfire. I love the track. I just wish it didn't play in what is easily the most combat intense part of the entire level. That's it, but it is still an awesome moment. This island right here, this special looking island, this is a recreation of the island in the original version of this level, simply known as Zen. It's kind of confusing, but this level called Zen was extremely pitifully short in the original. Did I hear another Houndai? I may have. Well, we'll find out in due time. All you did in that level was jump on some platforming over to an island that you went inside of to activate 3 things to open a portal to the next level. That was seriously it. It lasted like 3 minutes if you knew what you were doing. This is supposed to be the remade version of that island, which is why that special music played for it. You did fight a couple of Houndais on your way to the island in the original too, so it's very fitting. And in the remake, they added all that stuff that comes before it, and what a great idea. I mean, honestly, that level needed some fleshing out, and boy, did they flesh this thing out, literally, because some of this stuff is made of flesh, get it? You could not pay me to crawl over this stuff in real life. I would not be able to move for like 5 minutes at a time. I'd make it like 1 step and then say, okay, that's enough, let me just sit here for 10 minutes. It's a good thing Gordon Freeman's kind of used to it, although this abyss is way scarier than anything from Black Mesa, with the possible exception of the big pit and blast pit with the silo. Oh my god, though, just don't fall, don't slip. Alright, we made it. Here's some more supplies, presumably sent in by the scientists at an earlier time. Got more of you. I guess I could show their attacks off, but all they really do is like they create a little... They start going a little nuts, and then they create an electric effect around your screen, and then they zap you on occasion. Yep, that's all they do. They suck away your suit energy. They actually give that battery right there some use. Other than that, they go down in a not actually that much of a cinch. Yeah, whoa, okay, 3 shotgun shots. I guess the crossbow is just super strong for some reason, even though it's a tranquilizer gun. Why is it so strong? I will never understand that. One of the biggest mysteries in this game. Hello, Combine crap. What? Is this the Combine? Are we facing them already? That's kind of a retcon. They don't show up until Half-Life 2. We have this room full of these nice orange crystals with some Houndai bombers. There's another one hidden under the stairs here. I don't know if it activates if you crawl across this, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. That'd be a good spot for an ambush. Go up here and unplug this to disable the shields, because you can't go through them otherwise. They do not emancipate your weapons, or... I guess emancipate is the correct word. Go through the tunnels. I guess we don't need the flashlight. There's all these neon blue lights in the ceiling. The aliens were like, we made these lights for you, and you're gonna use your stupid human flashlights? So this is Nintendo's next console. Very cool. I wonder what this thing is gonna be. Some holographic analog stick? Let's see if it can play Breath of the Wild. Well, that wouldn't be the first time we messed up an experiment. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it. I mean, seriously, it's missing one of the 3 crystals needed to power it, so I guess we'll have to go find that somewhere, maybe, sort of. This is basically a bigger Persian of... Persian? This is a bigger Persian cat. Yes. This is a bigger version of that one quote-unquote puzzle from the original game. The one where you just, like, pressed E on 3 little dudes, bashed a cage open that had some little butterflies in it that then flew to the dudes and powered up the portal. Yeah, this is basically a bigger version of that, because you go to these 3 stations and try to power them up. In order to get these crystals working again, you need to find the missing crystal, and in addition, the generator this way also needs to be up and running. In order to up and run it, you need... Actually, that's for a later step. I think first... Okay, just excuse me for a second while I remember what you need to do here. Ah, yes. I think you do actually need to do this. So, notice how there are 3 slots, but only 1 plug. You can only plug 1 thing in here, but notice the arrows to the side. By plugging this thing in the middle, it sends power to the other 2, causing them to power up, and you complete the puzzle. A weird little bit of machinery, I don't understand it, but hey, I'm not an alien. I'm not an alien frickin' Vortigaunt or whatever set these things up. Here is the crystal that we need for this machine. This alien technology does go to show that there are aliens about as intelligent as we are. They have their own machines and experiments and stuff, at least I assume. Look at all these crystals, by the way. That will unveil a button that does that. And that is a good thing. We want that. We now need to get the other 2 to do the same thing, and all will be right, or so we assume. This will also open this door so we can continue on. You do get a little break in between each section, so we're going to have to jump here, solve a little smaller puzzle, kill all those barnacles, commit genocide on those barnacles, go down here, do the same thing to these guys, the remaining 2 survivors of their kind. They've now gone extinct. I need to do a better job of finding my words. Jesus. Over here, press this button. Oh! It's fine, we have landing jets. Hello. It's like staring straight at me. Before we were kind of seeing it at an angle, but now it's all straight. It really does almost look like it's staring at us. So cool. Anyway, and now the true survivors. You thought you could hide from me. All barnacles shall go extinct. Ignore the fact that I kept some alive earlier. That disables the force field right there. Not only that force field, but this one. Into this tunnel that I guess its only function is to drop you back down here. Very cool. Definitely wasn't put there for level design reasons. It's definitely a natural part of Zen, and you shouldn't question it. Oh, no, hang on. I'm using my stupid human flashlight. They have provided lights for us. Can't I be more respectful? No. The freaking pattern of the world or something. Some sphere pattern they have on there. Pattern of the world. The aliens that live here would not really know what the world looks like. Or maybe they would. You never know. I like how the glass kind of looks like it's made of honeycomb. You see that with how it's the shine is reflecting off of it? This room is full of ultimate fly traps. What we need to do here is, ooh, there's a supply crate with C4. I get to blow up some stuff. We're gonna take this plug, take it into here, plug it into this, and when it's plugged into this, you gain the ability to close a door. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door. Wanna explode these things in here to create a safe space for us to explode the things out here. Or you could do it the other way around, whichever you prefer. Or you don't even have to explode these ones. Oh, actually, wait, you do. Because that crystal doesn't dislodge until you do. Now, these plugs have fulfilled their purpose here. So we want to put them back in here. Notice the arrows are going from this one, and there's actually another core on that one, so it's all complete for us. There we go. There's the generator, and then we gotta, hello, bring back this. Ah yes, a little note about this game. You can sprint while holding physics objects like this. You could not sprint like this in Half-Life 2 or in previous versions of Black Mesa, but it's a nice quality of life feature they decided to add for the full release. I like it. It makes carrying the purple hat or the pizza a lot freaking less painful, let me tell you. There's number 2. This way has opened up. Let's continue. Alright, our next in-between area, gotta remember to not use my flashlight. I think I could just do this. Sorry guys, you would have woken up and attacked me if I hadn't done that. And it's like I said before in Blast Pit, maybe because the death is quicker, it's not as bad, or as immoral, or whatever. Look at how evil that place looks. There's definitely something malicious going on over there. Look at how roundy that is. That looks like a planet in the background of Super Mario Galaxy. This whole thing just kind of looks like a Super Mario Galaxy level. And I love it for that. Super Mario Galaxy is a gorgeous game. It and its sequel. I've actually only watched a full playthrough Galaxy 2, but I agree that the first game looks just as good. Alright, boom, and boom. I really want to play Super Mario Galaxy. I never had it. I had a Wii, but I never actually had Mario Galaxy, even though it's easily, like, the game to play with a Wii, or as far as I can tell. Still have no need for you, but it isn't impossible to take damage here. So it's definitely there for someone. It's definitely served someone a good purpose. Got a bull squid in here. They're definitely upping the ante with the enemies a bit here. There's a lot more hound eyes, a lot more, like, bull squids. But then we just go right back to puzzle solving with what is the ultimate plug puzzle. There have been plug puzzles throughout this game, and this is the ultimate one, the final boss of plugs. So this one is interesting, because as you can see, we already have the crystals, so that step's been completed for us. But this door is now open, and we can take these plugs out for some reason. I think what you want to do with these plugs is take them over here. If you try plugging them into this, you can see that it is not long enough to reach. Yeah, barely not long enough to reach. We want to leave you on the ground, because by taking them out of this socket, we've actually opened up this area, so we can go circumvent the door or whatever. Here's a much longer plug that we can plug into here. This is the only reason why we couldn't just open the door to get in here normally. But I guess it makes sense. You know, you gotta be observant, you gotta look around, find your surroundings and all that. Now we want to take it all the way over here, plug this in. And now it does connect from left to right, but there's a broken connection here somewhere in the back workings. By using the previous station's example, we take this and we plug it in here to complete it. Pretty cool. I also like how those plugs have like a flashlight attached to them. Really cool. Button! That's the third and last one down. Now to start up the main unit. I love how they lift it up. It makes absolutely no sense, but I can't help but love it anyway. Elevator, please elevate me, as is your job. There are no lasers in this room anymore. I guess we fixed the experiment, so no more danger. Oh, look at this blue lighting. It looks so good. Looks so good, looks so good, looks so good. Okay, take that plug, and what do you know? Here's the gas. The gas for the main machine. Put it in there, and then it automatically completes itself. No button press required. Huh, I guess the aliens here have like a million different go buttons. I choose this one. Oh, this one actually doesn't work. You have to go with the main one. Okay, whatever, I'll go with it. Sure, a portal. A random portal in the middle of an alien facility. What could go wrong? As always... Next time on Black Mesa, our adventure in Zen continues. Thank you all for watching if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.